Despite the promises of a new coronavirus vaccine, which has actually seen a lot. Actually, we have two different coronavirus vaccines that are showing a lot of promise. Americans, we still need economic assistance, as that vaccine will not be available for widespread use for still quite some time. And the longer, of course, the administration holds up, the Trump administration holds up the Biden administration from being able to take power and have coronavirus briefings and being able to set up logistics, well, the longer we're going to have to wait for a coronavirus vaccine. That said, there's a lot of people that are still economically hurting as a result of the pandemic. And the one obstacle to be able to solve that is, of course, Mitch McConnell, who is refusing to advance a comprehensive coronavirus relief package. So now, Mitch McConnell, look, he's fresh off his win from Amy McGrath, right? So he's safe. He's not going to be replaced. And so he's not really worried about helping regular people. What he's worried about is obstruction. And that's it. Obstruction. And he is pushing more Trump judges. In fact, Newsweek noted the president could still appoint a dozen or more judges during his final months in office, actions that would further the steady stream of judicial confirmations that has flowed through the Senate floor under Donald Trump's presidency. Confirmations the Democrats, by the way, have not opposed in any way. So the Democrats, what they've been doing is just pass them along, while Republicans are ignoring COVID relief. So my question is, why don't the Democrats fight in this issue? Why? They're on the right side. Coronavirus relief. I mean, Mitch McConnell has already said, I'm not going to pass anything. I'm not going to pass anything. In fact, again, my priority, and this is Mitch McConnell saying, my priority is confirming more Trump justices before Donald Trump leaves. Back in October, here's what he said, quote, we're going to run through the tape. We go through the end of the year, and so does the president. We're going to clean the plate, clean all the district judges off as well. By the way, these district judges are the ones right now that have stopped Donald Trump from winning a lot of these voter fraud cases. Okay, so what they're doing is they literally saved Biden's campaign. And yet the Democrats are saying, oh, go ahead, Trump, fill these. Just fill these seats. Go ahead. It's fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. These are, again, a lot of these are Trump loyalists. And that's the problem. In fact, you had 6 more Trump judicial nominees that headed for confirmation this week, according to advocacy group People for the American Way. And they are urging Democrats to actually stand up. In fact, here's a part of a letter that the group wrote. Quote, instead of supporting the nominees, the Republican majority is attempting to ram through this late date. Democratic senators should use this opportunity to talk about the vital role courts play in protecting the rights and the health of the American people. In this way, they can demonstrate a clean break with the Republican agenda, which has been named judges who will put the interests of the powerful ahead of the rights of the rest of us, including corporate power, police violence, access to health care, racial justice, voting rights, and LGBTQ plus equality. According to President Ben Jealous, Democratic inaction must not be an option. Quote, it is literally sickening to see Mitch McConnell continue to indulge his partisan obsession with confirming far-right judges, instead of taking action on the COVID pandemic that continues to spin out of control. It's time for Democrats to speak out forcefully, clearly, and consistently against the judicial nominees of this lame duck president. Not only is the timing egregious, but this group of nominees expected to proceed next week, i.e. this week, includes some of the worst qualified and inexperienced we have seen to date. Democrats need to step up and say so by voting against these nominees and making the full force of their objections absolutely clear. Now, are they going to do that? Nope. I mean, that's my guess. And maybe I'm wrong. Please, Democrats, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, please. And stand up against them. But I just don't think it's going to happen. Why? Democrats in the Senate just reelected Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is their leadership now. Do you think Chuck Schumer is going to block nominees, Donald Trump's nominees, the way that McConnell blocked Obama's? No. Why? It's because, well, I mean, he hasn't. Donald Trump has gotten a ton of his nominees through. Look, I mean, Donald Trump's already seen about 53 of his picks for circuit judges and 164 district judges confirmed. So, no, they didn't block any at all. Whereas, again, Republicans blocked everything. And that tally is in addition, of course, to the confirmations of Judge Kavanaugh, Neil Gorsuch, and Amy Coney Barrett. And so they didn't put up a fight. When will the Democrats ever fight? Again, Mitch McConnell, he doesn't want to work with you. And guess what? I don't want to work with Mitch McConnell. I want to beat Mitch McConnell. I want to defeat him. He wants to spit in our eye. Well, you know what? We shouldn't work with somebody like that. Okay? When somebody punches you in the face, not in a, well, maybe even in a literal context, you're not supposed to say, oh, yes, sir, please. Thank you, sir. Here's everything that you want. No. You fight back. I mean, why would anybody want to vote for you, these loser Democrats, if they're not actually going to fight against Republicans on policy issues, on things that are important, on judicial appointments? Why would you vote for somebody who gives the Republicans everything that they want without anything in return? Why? Why would you do that? It's because you're weak. It's because you're feckless. It's because you're controlled opposition. You're not an opposition party. You're the assistants. I'm so tired of the Democrats. Joe Biden wants to, not go after Donald Trump when, he takes power, right? For anything that Donald Trump did wrong. Not going to prosecute. We're not going to prosecute at all. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Republicans will, get a million investigations into a Biden administration. You watch. We're going to be talking about Hunter's laptop. We're going to be talking about Ukraine. We're going to be talking about who knows what kind of insane things that the Republicans are going to come up with in order to investigate Joe Biden. And Joe Biden says, oh, no, it's fine. Donald Trump's fine. And in a decade, they're going to, I have this feeling that they're going to rehabilitate Donald Trump. It turns out he's not that bad. Tom Cotton, though. President Tom Cotton, President Ted Cruz. Ooh, that guy's a bad guy. But Donald Trump, he was just misunderstood. No. Stop being weak. Stop being sad. And that's what the Democrats are. They don't ever fight. Again, it's incredibly frustrating to sit here and know that young activists have put everything into electing Joe Biden and Democrats, okay? And it would be really fucking nice if we actually had a party that would stand up for us, okay? That would actually do the things that would help us. And instead, they're allowing Republicans to get away with basically everything. No, you fight. And you know what? If you're not going to fight, we're going to elect politicians who will. And that's, of course, AOC, Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman, the squad. You think the squad's a problem now? Just wait. Just wait until the squad's twice as large. You're going to need us progressives sooner than you think. So fight for us. And we'll actually fight for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.